Hello, I am Don,
And I'm Luke.
and this is the year 20XX, Anno Domini. Oh, it's that guy.
Blowing up vast portions of the earth.
Yeah, he impugned Mr. X's good name for a timeshare, and the world cheered when at long last he was captured.
Put him on a leash.
He has to go walkies. Capcom times. Not sure why Cutman was in the, I guess they had a file photo of Cutman being useless. But he had a plan.
One, two, three, and maybe four?
If he were smart, he'd have made this 1, 2, 4, and 5, so we'd always be looking for 3.
Ooh. Genius plan.
Yeah. Yeah, just bear in mind the shape of these tubes. It might make some things funny. I do love the SNES cutscenes like this. Like, they're really limited. They know what they can do. They don't try to go beyond it. Searching for their master.
I wonder how they knew to wake up.
Maybe it was like a timer.
He has like a dead man switch. He has to hit it every now and then to keep him asleep.
I think that's actually what it said at some point. But yeah, this is the, this might be the only, like, classic Mega Man game from the Super Nintendo. Like, X1, like, Mega Man X 1 through 3 were for Super Nintendo. I think this might, and I think Mega Man 8 was for PlayStation.
Okay.
And I'm not gonna lie, I do want a truck with my face on it, just on the front. The engine block is just my face.
It'll take some engineering to make it look right,
Yeah.
but it'll be sweet when we get it done.
And the road is unstable because you can tell because it's like lifted.
At least it fell uniformly, so you can still drive across most of it.
Okay, yeah. Unfortunately, there is no secret mode where you can just do that. But you can't just wear the war trophy.
That'd be kind of cool to be a construction worker, Mega Man.
Yeah. Every man. Andy Man. Mega Man, don't look at the camera. I like that Roll doesn't, like, move after that.
Good luck. See you later.
It's like when a cutscene breaks in an early 2000s RPG where the characters talking to each other are just staring in random directions. Like, everyone else, like, Mega Man actually has a head tilt looking in that general direction. Rush just looks dead-eyed at the wall.
His radar is picking up the missiles. He knows.
Oh, he used his puppy sense to figure out where Wily would be for the confrontation. I like how it's a spaceship. We never actually see it go into space, but you know.
Alright, gameplay.
Yep. We're into it. We're deep into it now. Those things, if you destroy the bottom half of them, the top half will become a helicopter.
Is that right?
Yep. I don't know if I actually... It's kind of a mistake to do that, because the helicopter's harder to deal with. Oh, taking some hits. Taking some hits. Taking some hits.
So, I just want to point out, this guy's already kind of broken. That pipe in the back,
Yeah,
it's not
he's
looking good.
he's having some problems. He did kind of go down easy, too.
Maybe those are all his extra parts laying around here.
Yeah. Those were the loyalists, the robots that didn't rebel. Oh, and here's our first introduction to the character of bass, and treble.
Treble.
They've apparently been heroes for hire since, Wily and Mega Man have been out of the headlines.
I do wonder how much time has passed since they caught Wily and now.
Yeah, like, I want to see what Wily's prison life was like. Did he just, like, engineer that UFO out of, like, a bunch of, like... Was he just, like, working on driver's licenses and hiding parts away?
Maybe it was part of his secret plan. He built the flying wheelchair with the 4 robots.
Dr. Wily crawled through a river of shit to build his UFO. Alright. There's some giant polar bears.
Swiping at some ice.
Yep. Alright, that little thing I just picked up there, that's a bolt. You can use those to make items. Well, the green guy with his own truck, he will make the items.
Oh, so you can make items in this game?
Yeah. Or have them made, commission them. It comes in handy. You don't have to farm stages for energy tanks. You can have them made.
Yeah, it seems like they did a lot of like ease of life changes to this version.
Yeah, they made, like, the game actually has some difficult parts, especially the end, but or I just suck. Okay, there's the fossilized mechanic dinosaur.
You dig those up all the time.
Yep. Devil put them there to test us. Alright, am I gonna make it? Nope. Or, no, I didn't make it all. I didn't lose altogether. I still got the H. Now, as you can probably tell, it's spelling out Rush. And as you can tell by that being the H, I'm doing the boss order, like, literally backwards. I came here for one very specific reason. There is a rush part in this stage that will allow you to dig for items. And it's really fun to have throughout the entire game, so I try to get here first.
Oh, that's cool.
Because there's some interesting things in this world. Now, of course, I didn't have internet when this game came out, so I didn't, like, dig here. I just dug everywhere. Like, this game doesn't really take too long to beat. So stretching out the gameplay, digging for boots and false teeth in random places. It's an okay waste of elementary school time.
Oh, yeah.
I think I got this game at a yard sale, actually, so I never had an instruction book. I had to piece everything about gameplay together.
That's interesting, at a yard sale.
Yeah, just in a cardboard box next to some old Christmas ornaments. Some kid probably left for college, didn't take it.
Yeah, you're probably right.
Ungrateful bastard.
He's probably still mad at his mom for selling
Oh,
it.
God. Never considered that. Look, he just didn't want anyone hawking his Mega Man 7 cartridge for beer money. Turns out it wasn't much safer where he left it. You can't trust these small towns in southern Indiana.
No. At least not the moms there.
Yeah, the moms will hawk your shit for Christmas ornament money. Everyone else will hawk it for meth. It's just the way things are in this world.
I really appreciate that they toned down the charged up shot sound.
Yeah, it's not as obnoxious as it was in 6. Of course, Mega Man 2 doesn't have charge shot, so yeah. And here's... You can kinda... There's not really an indication that there's something here, but this is right before a boss door, so this is a logical place for a child who has figured out the concept of grinding for random item drops, hoping to get health. Like, I'm trying to get, like, a health tank here or something like that. Well, not a health tank, but just health. Instead, I get false teeth.
Did you ever watch Voltron at all, Don?
Yes, but not enough to get the story.
I was wondering if Voltron came first or if Rush came first, because they kind of have a similarity.
There is, Rush literally becomes armor, so yeah. I don't know, most of the anime exposure I got came relatively late in life and only through internet osmosis, so... yeah, and, wasn't really trying too hard there, because I wasn't playing with a full deck. Now we're taking it seriously.
Coming out of his ice coffin.
Yep, he's chilling. And he does the cool pose. Alright. See the beginnings of me figuring out his pattern, but not enough to actually avoid attacks.
The electricity to shoot icicles from the ceiling is kind of interesting for an Iceman.
Yeah, the scientist effect he's using. Oh, there we go. Yeah, I'm falling behind on the little damage race here. Whoa! Alright, whoop. I'm pretty sure there was a time where I could conceivably beat every boss with just the Mega Buster. I'm not trying to do that here. My hands aren't as nimble. Fortunately, there's an energy tank in this level.
Alright. Dipping into our stockpiles early.
Yep. You can only have 4, plus a super tank.
Oh,
So-
it's only 4 in this game.
Yeah, you can't stockpile 9 and refuse to use them like I did in 6. Alright, there's a little ending ditty. Here we are charging up. Taking his scientist effect for ourselves.
Through the power of osmosis.
Yep. I appreciate that Mega Man takes some initiative in this. Like, he's not being told everything. He just like, look, I figured out what this thing does, okay? I've been through it.
Freeze Cracker. It's just a bad name.
Oh, yeah, a comma after freeze would be hilarious. Like, freeze cracker.
That's how I read it in my mind.
Yeah, that's like a freerepublic.com vision of what happens if blacks get equality. Oh no, they'll treat us by the way we treated them. Can't do that, can't have that. Cloud, man. Alright.
Is this like Cloud City, sorta?
Yeah, I went to the wrong place. So I could try to man up and beat the stage.
Give the old college try.
Yeah. Or... okay, yeah. I only have 1 life left to live. And I can get back to the stage select screen and get back on... get back on straight away. Because you need to go to Burst Man. Burst Man is actually the first boss you really should be fighting in any normal playthrough. I just really wanted the rush search. And to see if I was still capable of beating Freeze Man.
And Burstman's pretty cool looking.
I really like his crown. And he has a cannon for an arm, that's always good.
I like how those guys have like teeth but don't have a bottom of their mouth.
Yeah, it'll make them look more natural. Does the exact opposite, but yeah. And I think there's like one stage I wind up having to go back to at some point. There might be actually a few. There are branching paths in this, as there were in Mega Man 6.
So are there still multiple entrances to bosses and stuff like that?
I think the entrances to the bosses are uniform, but there are a lot of different paths with different items you can only get on that certain path.
Okay.
I'll call them out when I go there, but we're not going to see every one of them. Because there's at least one I know I'm missing. I missed. I actually went back to look for it, and I couldn't remember, and I was really hoping that guy would hit me. So you can get invincibility frames, not to worry about the spikes, but...
Unlucky.
Yep. Didn't get hit.
This is an interesting background. It's like tabletop chemistry set, but
Yeah.
it's as tall as the wall.
Bigger is better. Alright. Oh! Messed up the jump that time. Oh, he dropped the bolt. Gotta go back for it.
Oh, just in time. It was about to spear, it looked like.
Ah, made it. I thought I got away with that.
No, hurry.
Oh, boom. Alright. I might end up leaving some of these guys alive for use as, yeah. So that I can just keep taking damage. And avoid the insta-death.
I like that they modified the construction workers. They got their underwater loadout.
Yeah, they...
Fins and
I don't know how
snorkels.
snorkels are helping them underwater. I get what they're going for. The aesthetic is cute.
Ooh.
Yeah. Oh, messed it up. Sometimes this thing will drop like a full like health charge, and you'll be tempted to go over there, and you'll accidentally jump. And since you're now buoyant, you'll fly right into those.
It's an elaborate ruse.
Yeah. There's the giant chemistry set in the background.
And it's got liquid in it floating around.
Yeah, they're... I don't know. Like, one of these... we're gonna get to, like, some boss later, and it's just gonna be Guernica in the background. There's, like, that painting with all the, melted clocks.
Yeah.
Just the Mona Lisa for no reason. Alright. Here's the infamous disappearing blocks puzzle, which
Whoa.
is actually quite forgiving once you know, figure it out. Like in Mega Man 2, they'd throw multiple of those blocks appearing ahead of you, and you have to jump at the perfect moment, but there, not so much.
Took it easy on you this time.
And once we get all of these letters, we have the H, we're about to get the R. Once we get the U and the S, we're not going to have too many problems with this game. Except for a few boss fights that I've never really been very good at.
So does that give you like the rush rockets, or?
Yes, the adapter, the jetpack loadout. It's pretty cool. Okay. Just gotta...
Just gotta
There.
fill my cup of purple drink back up, and I'll be right over there.
Yeah, going back through this place with the Rush Jet adapter would be really easy, but there's actually not a whole lot here to miss. You can get everything in this stage on the first run-through with just vanilla Mega Man, which is what we're doing, so... There's not really a whole lot of reason to replay this level after you've beaten Burst Man. Unless you somehow missed the R.
That would suck.
Yeah, like... And there are plenty of easy things to miss in this game. Like that exit thing we dug up on a lark. Took me forever to find that thing. Back before, you know, I knew where everything was.
The walls are alive in this one.
Yeah. There actually are bouncy. If you, the ones on the walls are. If you hit the ones on the walls, they'll send you flying out of control. But yeah, his whole thing is that, those bubbles carry bombs that will explode, but the real threat is them carrying you into the spikes, which is insta-death.
Let's call him Burst Man because he had to burst his bubble.
Yeah. Now, the weapon I'm using here is not his weakest weapon. I was hoping to manipulate its ability to shoot behind him and at angles, and it works. It's just, yeah. His actual weakness weapon is not found in the first 4 bosses. Yeah, spoiler. There's more than 4 bosses in
More
Mega
than
Man
4?
7.
He quickly manufactured a couple more while you were fighting the
Yeah,
first
he's
4.
just scrambling. The danger wrap fires out a bomb. It does what I saw it do, right? Yes, but it can also be used to encase... Oh, like it did with me? Yeah.
That could be handy, though.
I like that Dr. Light has one of those little helmet guys on his computer screen, and he has a helmet just on a pedestal.
Yeah, it's like those guys aren't really bad guys. It's just Wily controls most of them.
Yeah. Or he's just trying to figure out how Wily builds them.
Oh, that could be
Like,
it,
it's
too.
the most... They're the secret key to all this. Now we can go to Cloudman stage.
So are those, like, lightning rods coming out of his head there?
Yeah, I'm not really sure how he fit in those tubes.
That's a good point. Maybe he's more like a gas and he just fits to his shape, the
it
shape
would
of
make-
his container.
He is Cloud. He's actually quite lean when he's not working. These aren't very good windmills. Or maybe they're just all under renovation, but nobody can reach them, so...
Yeah, only Windman can get up that high, so...
Yeah, and Windman's dead. He was in Mega Man 6. This is Cloud Man. Okay, it caused rain that time. Next time we see him and hit him with the freeze cracker, it will turn to snow. Yay! Now that actually will have a positive effect. We'll see that in a minute. One of the little threats here is that sometimes you can't see the platforms because there's cloud cover. And sometimes that cloud cover is covering a hole that you can't see. So you gotta be careful where you're jumping.
Does the snow close that up then? Or?
Yeah, and some, there's also invisible platforms that you can only see when you're really close. Like Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade.
Yeah.
Basically, the snow does what the dust does for that. You can see the path that way. We should be coming up on that pretty soon. Yeah, like right here. Okay, maybe not. Gotta do this little jumping puzzle from Mega Man 2. Only there's no little Zeus robots throwing lightning bolts at you in this.
We appreciate that.
Yeah, you can also do things like this to freeze over the cloud. Doesn't really do anything. Now you can
I guess
see
you
where
can
your feet
see
are.
the edge now.
Yeah. You can also hit it with a spark weapon, and it will turn into a thundercloud, which you cannot ride without taking damage.
Oh god.
There's no reason to do that, but it's cool that they let you do it. And yeah, these would all be invisible otherwise. And you wouldn't... And you could see that if you were jumping, which you would be doing here. It's just really a lot easier to figure out what's safe to jump on. And this is where the U is.
Nice.
Alright. Jump back down. And that's a lot of birds. We're not going to deal with that.
Just reset this real quick.
Alright, that worked out. This guy's cool. Little ladders are glitching out up there, but, you know, whatever.
Yeah, that was crazy.
Gotta give you the... Okay, it fixed itself. And I vaguely remember there being something here. I'm not sure what it was.
Yeah, get it, Rush.
He smells something. Oh. Yeah, get in there.
Oh, that's a giant bolt.
Giant bolt. It's just a bigger bolt, but yeah. Those ladders really aren't taken to the Xbox conversion well, or they're just trying to convey that Nintendo experience.
I like how those guys have gun arms, but don't shoot anything.
Yeah.
Oh.
There's that whistle. Yeah, he wasn't in Mega Man 6. Guess he took a break after 5. Yeah, we just...
Thanks, Pro Man. We figured that out.
Yeah, we... I mean, this is a child's... Oh, yeah, we're not going to wait around for him. There's nothing cool up there. There actually might be something cool. I might have missed something really cool there, but, you know, I wanted to get a move on.
But at least Proto Man's in the game.
Yep, he is. He's still around. Whistling. There's at least one other place I know of that he appears in. I think I miss it. I think he might be in, like, Turbo Man's... No, he's probably in Shade Man's stage. But I took a different path without him in it. That's a good way to harvest bolts. I was hoping to get some health.
There it is.
Alright, you got a little bit of health. A lot of health.
There's
okay.
the big one.
There we go. Gotta be paranoid about these goddamn things.
Do they blow you off the stage, or
They will suck you towards the edge or blow you to the other edge. But yeah, they just don't damage you directly, they just kill you instantly. Or get you to kill yourself. Alright, got more or less full health here. Just gotta remember this guy's pattern. It's pretty easy to beat this guy without taking damage.
Alright, thinking of the Red Ribbon Army parallels between what Wily did here with the robots, this guy looks like the fat robot that they fight when...
Oh. Oh yeah, okay.
I don't remember which number he was or what his name
Yeah.
was.
It's a question for someone else, I guess. Or the internet. Alright, he's almost gone. Whoop, messed it up. Oh, messed it up twice. Okay. He was gonna make it rain. I stopped him. T-ball can go forward. Alright.
Suck in the power.
Yep.
Do you think he's absorbing their souls whenever he does that?
Oh, that's probably like an anime adaptation where that's exactly what's happening. In Mega Man X, like 4 or 5, they start introducing actually it might be even earlier than that. At some point after the first Mega Man X, they start introducing the concept of DNA for Reploids, which is not actually DNA, but it's trying to convey the same essence or whatever.
So are they supposed to be like more biological then, or are they still just
I
like
have no
robots?
idea. I never understood what happened. Mega Man X works perfectly if you think of them as just highly advanced robots, and then they start introducing other things that I just couldn't follow, so I don't know.
Okay.
Mega Man X is still the best game ever. So. And what's he found?
Oh,
It's a Game Boy.
nice.
And if you look to that little contraption up there, that was a Famicom or something like that. Little Japanese console. I never knew that until
Oh, I
somebody
didn't know
pointed it
that.
out to me. But apparently they took that out in the Switch version.
I wonder why they did that.
Yeah, I mean, it might have been some licensing issue. They took out the Game Boy. You can't find the Game Boy just lying around anymore. I mean, it's just junk. It's not like it was saying, hey, maybe that's why they took it out. You can't say, you can't equivocate the Game Boy with false teeth and boots.
That's very true.
If it doesn't give you an extra life, we don't want another game.
The gas mask construction workers.
I think those are supposed to be cannons, but I can't not see it as a gas mask now. Okay, now, since we went to Freeze Man stage first, we can do this.
Man, that's a powerful freeze.
It really is. It's kind of scary. This is also incidentally a really good place to farm for bolts because those roaches drop them reliably. Now we have the entire rush spelled out.
So can you use it now, or do you have to wait until you beat the boss?
We can use it now, but I want to go ahead and get through all this lava nonsense.
Oh yeah, gotta do some digging.
Yeah.
Right through those steel beams.
Yep. Oh, you found something. Oh, another one of those.
Nice. Man, Wildly's gonna be pissed. All these holes just in the middle of his floor.
Yeah, I mean, there's holes everywhere in his fortress already, you know. These are ones we're responsible for.
Yeah, they're not by design. The other ones were traps.
Yeah. It really brought the room together. The notes you don't hit. Now, one cool thing about the stage on the route we didn't take is that there are certain devices that you can power up with the charge shot. Or the electricity thing we just got from Cloudman. Not sure if I actually end up doing that. But here, oh, sorry, Rush. There we go.
Alright.
Our little hand doesn't extend very far, so it's not quite as useful as just a standard Mega Buster, but...
There's a garbage snake robot.
Yeah, we're not gonna deal with him. He's angry. Alright, there's the little cannon. Got a little bolt out of that.
Do the size of the bolts matter, or are they all just bolts?
The smallest ones give you like 1 or maybe 5. And I think probably like 1 for the smaller ones. And the slightly bigger ones give you a little bit more. The really big ones give you a pretty significant amount.
Oh, okay. We're in the trash compactor.
Yeah. I like that Junkman is one of the backup robots. Like,
he was made to just clean up all the other robots.
Yeah.
And then since Wily was gone, he ran out of robots to clean. And so he woke up the other guys.
Yeah.
That's how this all started.
Alright, that's Junkman down. Alright, that's all 4 bosses that we could see.